Good evening. I will call this meeting of the Fraser Recreation Commission to order at 7 p.m. Let us rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I will take our roll call. Commissioner Hunter?
Here.
Commissioner Hunt?
Here.
Commissioner Pepsic? Here. Commissioner Cook?
Here.
Commissioner Rastelli?
Here.
Thank
all
you.
Here.
All right. Then our next item on the agenda is exciting. We have an interview for a candidate for the Recreation Commission. Miss Wendy, is it Radke?
Yes.
Please go ahead up to the mic.
Nobody ever gets that.
I'm in the hard last name club, so. All right. Does anybody have a question to start?
I'll start, I guess. So tell us, I remember you applied a couple of years ago, yes?
did.
You did. So now you have your years in?
Yes, I have been here, it'll be 4 years in November.
Awesome. So tell us why you, refresh us of why you wanted to be on the Rec Commission?
I was on the board of directors for the Melvindale Junior Football Club for more than 20 years, between both of my daughters being cheerleaders. I was on the Rec Commission in the city of Melvindale, and I moved here. I live with my daughter now, and I miss it. I miss being part of something that helps my community. I miss being part of something where, you know, you're doing something to help others. So that's why I applied.
Awesome.
And your availability is
I'm always available.
wide open? Okay.
Well, I mean, like Tuesday, so
Especially the-
meetings once a month
yeah.
on a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's never a problem.
Okay.
What kind of activities did you guys have going on in Melvindale during your time?
Well, for the Melvindale Junior Football Club, I planned the banquets. I planned road rallies. I'm trying to think what else. Definitely the banquets and the road rallies. We had dances a couple of times. When I was on Parks and Rec, I helped with the Halloween Spooktacular, which was a lot of fun. I helped with the Santa House. That was a lot of fun. Right off the top of my head, I can't think of anything else.
That's plenty, if I may say so. Any further questions? Okay. Do we have a motion from here?
I'll make the motion. I make the motion to, I don't know how it, she has recommend, that's what I was looking for. Recommend Wendy Radke to the Rec Commission in a term ending in 2028, 29?
29.
29?
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second the motion.
All right.
Sorry.
Commissioner Cook made the motion to recommend Ms. Radke for the Recreation Commission for a term ending in 2029, seconded by Commissioner Hunt. Those in favor? Aye.
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 And with that, we will recommend it to the City Council, who will hold the vote
Thank you.
next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So will it get into City Council next meeting next week?
Probably not. It's going to probably be in
Oh, yeah.
May 1.
Okay,
Because the next one's in 2 days, right?
Yeah.
that's right. I forgot because we're a week.
We have a workshop. We're 2 days.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right, next item on the agenda is the approval of today's agenda, April 7th.
Make a motion to approve the agenda for today's meeting.
I'll second.
Motion to approve the agenda is made by Commissioner Hunter, seconded by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next up, we have the approval of the meeting minutes from the regular meeting on March 9th, 2026.
I'll approve the minutes for the regular meeting on March 9th of 2026.
I'll second the motion.
Motion to approve the meeting minutes from March 9th, 2026, made by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Hunt. Those in favor?
Aye.
And with that, we can move on to our volunteer group reports, starting with the Fraser First Beautification Club. I'm sorry, my bad. Whoops. Fraser First Booster Club.
Oh, no.
Tag teaming them. It's a tag team tonight.
Vanya Apps with the Fraser First Booster Club.
Laura Lessage from the Fraser First Booster Club.
So we're just here to remind everybody about Trample the Trail. This is our big first walkathon. We're kind of new at this, so we're very fortunate to have Winkler Iron and Metal being our sponsor for this. And so we're excited about that. I'm hearing good things about people bringing washers and dryers and, oh, sorry. So I'm excited about people actually catching on to this. And so hopefully we have some walkers too, and see how we kick this off. And I think I'll turn the other thing over to you, Laura, because I think you know more about it.
Can you do the date for the Trample the Trail so everybody knows?
April 18th. The walkathon will start at 9 o'clock and will run to 11, and then from 8:30 to 12:30 will be the recycling opportunity as well. Thank you, Commissioner Cook. And, yeah.
So during the Trample the Trail, we will have groups, activity, or people around the trail promoting their goods or whatever, including AEW will be there for their survey, so people can actually do the survey right there. In addition, we were just announced that the city will hold a shredding day as well on that day. I just don't know where that will happen, and do you know anything about this, Chris?
I don't.
Okay, so we'll have to get the word out on where to go, if it's going to be like within the park, right where we're doing our trample, because Winkler will be right at 14 Mile Road entrance into the park, and then the Fraser First will be like by the First Diamond. So we'll try to figure out where the shredding will take place, and that's been announced on Facebook today, I guess. Go ahead.
So we have stations around the mile path of different organizations that'll be there to hand out water or treats or and hopefully information about their organizations as well. So we're happy that it will be the VFW Hall and the library and, I know I was going to forget. Of course, AEW's there, and Winkler Iron and Metal will be there. And I'm forgetting one. The beautification, thank you, I knew it. Beautification, and I'm still hoping to rope in the difference makers. We're kind of all behind on getting together. So I'm hoping that will come through too. And so that's a nice grouping of people around the mile walk path. It'll help guide everybody around. And rain or shine, so if it's raining, bring your rainwear. And you can do the mile as many times as you like. If you're ambitious and really want to stomp that trail in there, we're excited to have you. And we have a couple little surprises. We're going to do like a shoe decorating and stuff like that. So we have some surprise gifts that we'll hand out to the table, so if they see a cool shoe going by, they can award that person a gift. And am I still too far away?
No, I just want to let you know the shredding date or the time. It's from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on April 18th.
Okay.
And it's here at Stephens Park.
It is also. Okay, wonderful.
So we got 3 events going on in the same day at the same.
Woohoo.
So my question to you, Chris, was, do you know where they will be stationed? Will
I
it-
don't. I don't know if it's going to be in the parking lot here at City Hall or if it's going to be in the parking lot, off of 14 Mile. I'm not 100% sure. I was just reading it on our website as fast as I could. It just says at Stephens Park / Fraser City Hall. So, yeah.
We will also have raffles that day, so the people that bring their recycle item will get a raffle ticket with that, and maybe a couple. And so we have some cool baskets that will be, and we're grateful to the Dairy Maid. They offered some gift certificates for those special shoes and stuff. And we're also grateful to the Fraser Beautification Club, who's going to have a raffle basket for us as well. And Fraser First will have a basket, so it should be a fun afternoon, raise some awareness for accessibility in Fraser and the need for that public space. Oh, and we have a meeting, if you're interested in any more information or have some ideas for us, on April 15th, again at Hanover Grove's Community Building from 6:30 till, usually it ends about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Did I miss anything?
So where do we register? Can we just show up that day, or do you want us to pre-register?
You could show up that day. You're welcome to register on FraserFirstBoosterClub.com. I think it's FraserFirst.com. I take that back. And there is a link on there that will send you right to the registration.
And how much is?
Oh, it's $10. And if you really have it's $10. I don't know. It's $10 for a family. So just come. $20.
$10 for a single and $20 for a family of 5.
Yeah.
Oh, what a deal.
What a deal is right.
I just want to let you guys know I talked to DPW, and they're going to clean your path here at Stephens before your event so that the park will be cleaned up and everything should look nice for your event.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you to DPW. Thank you very much.
I just want to also mention that I want to thank the community and everybody that participated and came to the Ramshorn fundraiser we had last month. It was very good. We had good baskets. It was a big sale. Everything was great.
We had the most unusual thing happen. A family came in, and I've been at this for 18 years, 17 years. They won both baskets. How crazy is that? I've never had that happen. So that was kind of funny. They were really good. They're always good to us. Ramshorn is always very good to us, and turned out to be a successful fundraiser, as always, so. Any other questions? Yes, do you have any questions for left brain, right brain?
I personally would like to see more on Facebook. I've seen it once.
No kidding. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear
I'd like to see
that.
more on Facebook. I think
We will hit it. I boosted it
Yeah.
twice. I boosted it twice.
I've only seen it
and We'll
once.
hit it.
Maybe that's my.
We'll hit it some more.
Me missing it, but
And
I've
I
only seen
joined,
it once.
I joined like 5 other groups and put it on them too, so
Okay.
I don't know. And I am open to any ideas as to where to put this information outside of, we tried the Chronicle, they put an article out that was a little skewed, but that was in the Chronicle. I just emailed the Macomb Daily. I'm trying to get as much coverage of it as possible. And, but thank you for saying that. We'll hit it some more, because I never know how much is too much, and I boosted
Never
it
too much.
twice.
Never too much.
You don't think so? I think.
No,
people-
I don't believe so. I mean,
And I want to let you,
communication.
I want you to also know that I talked to communications today. I got the approval through the city manager. It's going to be on the front page of our website, the event,
fabulous.
and I asked her to post it on Facebook, so it should be on Facebook by tomorrow.
I appreciate
So,
that. Thank you very much, because, it'd be nice if this could end up being an annual thing for the city. It'd just kind of be a fun thing to do. And April, I think, is a good time. I know it's an iffy time in Michigan, but it's like, once you get past April, all the fundraisers all hit, so.
Well, hopefully you'll see it on the website by tomorrow and on Facebook.
Thank you, John, for mentioning that. I appreciate that very much. If no other questions, we will remove our brain from this.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And now we will hear from the Fraser Beautification Club.
Okay, so I'm Echo Hunt, and I will be speaking on behalf of the Fraser Beautification Club. Some of our current projects that are in the planning stages, we just found out that, can I say something about that rain garden? That there was, one of our members is working towards a master gardener, and she is going to design and work with the city, with DPW, and her group, to create a rain garden over at McKinley. And our other member, Chris Cook, like you said last month, she got the grant for the senior center community garden that she's working on. We're going to be needing to schedule some spring cleanups coming up here pretty soon in the areas. I was thinking about even going out tomorrow, but then I forgot that there's an event. And I think it snowed on me today when I was out there, so maybe it's still too soon to like clean up the flower beds. So if anybody's itching over there in the city and saying, why aren't we doing anything? That's why you have to kind of wait. What?
I was just going to say, I also talked to DPW, and this was going to be on my list, and they are doing a park cleanup at McKinley Park, April 24th, it might be,
Oh, okay, so 2 days
With the-
after, okay,
with the school. So I just wanted to give you a
Okay.
heads up on that one. I found out
24th.
today. So,
okay. So anyway, so we're going to schedule some cleanups, probably at our next meeting, we might do that if we don't get out there earlier than that. We are excited to be involved with the upcoming Trample the Trail on April 18th. We'll be there with the tent, some seed packets with our information. We donated the basket, like she said, and, that, we're looking forward to that. And two more things. We did get our approval for our next, fundraiser on our behalf. It's our Toodle Tour. A toodle is when you meander around. So we did get approval. It'll be the end of July event, still in the real early planning stages, but just want to know that so look for that, because we're going to have a meeting on April 22nd at 6:30 at the Ram's Horn. Usually we have every other month a meeting, but we decided because of this Toodle Tour fundraiser that we really needed to stick another one in there and concentrate mostly probably on that event. Yes? That Toodle Tour is going to be held on the Baumgartner House and Museum property in Samantha's garden. Samantha is was Mrs. Baumgartner, her name was Samantha. So when they redid the gardens a couple years ago, they rededicated it in her name. So that's Samantha's garden. So we're looking for, it's not just your normal, when you would go there on an open house and just take a walk through the garden. We'll have extra things. We'll have food and some light entertainment and some raffle baskets and prizes and other things. Maybe some art, art out in there that will double as another donation, prize, auction, money-making for our event. So I think that could be it. And thank you. Any questions other than where's it at? Okay. Okay. We don't really have our price yet because we need to figure out our entertainment. I did contact somebody today, and he's interested. It'll just depend on his scheduling. That's it, I think. Oh, I would say the date, right now it's July 30th, but that could change, but it'll depend on the gardens. But that's what everything has been said so far. So, thank you.
Any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Then we will hand it off to Chris for our administration report.
So started off like I have the last couple ones is the marshmallow drop, just one of our big events. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it now that it's passed. We did sell out. We had 600 kids sign up for it. We had last time I checked, I think it was over 50, 60, 70 on the wait list for it. So it definitely is still doing well, and it is one of our biggest events. You know, it's about 1,200 people that show up for it. I wanted to thank the volunteers who did come for the event. I was very shorthanded up until a couple days before, and Bob Logan from our building department was a volunteer. Nicole from our public safety volunteered, my parents, and Ashley, one of the parents, volunteered, and so did one of the students for the NHS. So because of them, and my best friend also volunteered. So he was they did the registration table, and my parents did the gift bags with the NHS volunteer and the parent. So that went real well. Only downside was I didn't have any help out on the field, so the kids did run out a little early, which is to be anticipated, but at the same time, it would be easier if we had more volunteers. Probably do like a rope idea where the volunteers would hold a rope to keep the kids back. I just need people to,
Just drop the rope.
yeah, just to drop the rope and then they can run. I just need people to do it. I think you were at the event. I did go around and with a bullhorn and tell everyone the rules of it multiple times, but you know, kids will be kids and adults will be adults. So, but it did do well. AEW was there with their survey and got survey from the kids asking what they would like to see at Steffens Park. And they got some good results. I think it was a couple hundred for the results. I know that number one was water play. I think a ninja course was up there. You know, they had the results that I'm sure that they'll post or we'll talk about. But they had a good turnout. I was a little nervous of what we would get for that, just because it is, you know, a kids event, and I don't know how they would do it. But again, they had little marshmallows that they dropped in a bucket, and the kids got to vote what they wanted to see at the park. So we had the petting zoo. We had the pony ride. Unfortunately, we had a horse ride. The pony wasn't acting okay enough for safely have the pony rides. So we ended up just doing the horseback rides. You know, I warned people there'd be long lines before, and then I apologized to people in line. So it all worked out. Everyone seemed to be happy, got a lot of positive feedback. It's a great event for the community. We did do a food truck this year. This is the first time I've ever done a food truck. That seemed to do decently well. They were happy with it. It was a cold day. It was very cold in the morning. We had snow on the ground. For setup, it was windy and dark, but the sun came out, and I think people actually kind of had a good time with it. It felt warmer in the sun. I'm sure people were still cold, but it felt warm to me. So, but it was a good event. We had those 3 drops, and 15 golden egg winners, and they seemed to really have a good time. So that's what it's all about: the community, the kids having a good time, and I think the parents were happy too. So, I'm moving on to the paint and plan event. Again, that's coming up here on the same day as Trample the Trail, but it's 3 time slots from 12, 1, and 2. That's full. It's 15 participants each. I did it last year. We did it in the fire bay last year. This year will be in the council chambers, and paint. We'll have terracotta flower pots that they can paint, and we bring soil and seeds for it, and it's just a nice little craft event for them to have fun. They had a great time last year, so did it again this year. Sold out pretty quickly, so doing that one again. The AEW survey, again, they did the survey at the Marshmallow Drop. As you probably saw as you walked in, we have the survey here. It's for anyone who wants to fill it out and fill out their opinions on what they want to see at Steffens. It's a quick survey, kind of shapes what they want to see here and what the future holds for Steffens Park. I think it's very important. I want everyone to fill it out. It doesn't matter if you're a Fraser resident or just surrounding community. It's just what they want to see here at the park. We have some over at our senior activity center. We've posted it on Facebook. We have it on our website. So we are trying to get it out there. We're trying to get the word out. If you just get a couple of minutes, 5 to 10 minutes just to fill it out, again, it's going to be, it's worth your time, and you like to give your feedback of what you want to see. So voice your opinion on it. And also, as you guys heard, they'll be at the Trample of the Trail. So AEW is kind of trying to fit into all different events, and they're going to be at different events coming up as well. So they are going to be putting full blast out there to try to get all the community's opinion on everything. So I wanted to move on to the Senior Activity Center events. We had our Easter party on April 2nd. That was 45 people. That was a sellout. American House came. We had their chef come and serve food, potatoes and ham and veggies, and I think it was rolls. We also had another American House come, and they did a raffle basket. So we did a raffle for all the participants who signed up. Allie and Jackie did a great job organizing everything, and Pace also was one of our sponsors that came in. They talked a little bit about their organization, but at the same time, they did a little bit of a trivia game. So they talked a little bit about Pace and everything, and the participants answered questions correctly. They came up and won a prize. It might have been Peeps or paper towel or something funny like that. But they also brought a saxophone. So we had a saxophone player play. That was really nice. We'd like to do that maybe twice a year, is have someone just come in and play music. That went over real well. A lot of people had a good time, as they normally do for events. We have a couple different events this month coming up. We have a Tigers game on April 23rd. That's a sellout as well. We have 14 seniors signed up for that, and then our bus driver is their chaperone. This year it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more expensive. I think I went over this, but it did sell out. They will have access to like a private all-you-can-eat buffet and like glass enclosure to keep out of the heat. Hopefully it's warm in a couple weeks. But it's beverages and all you can eat. So it's going to be a nice little game for them. We just were able to purchase the one in September as well. So we purchased Tiger tickets for September, the end of September for the seniors. Hopefully that one will probably go just as fast and sell out. The spring bingo, that is going to be on Friday, April 24th. We kind of done this idea before. We wanted to bring it back, and it's just basically normal bingo, but they win necessities as prizes. So it's paper towel, toilet paper, toothbrushes, toothpaste, things that every person needs in their house. So they get to come up and pick their prize. So it's a lot of fun. They had a real good time doing it. They love the prizes. So we're going to do that again at the end of April on Friday. And then one event I did miss was the Hollywood Casino. That's sold out as well, Thursday, April 16th. We're trying to do Hollywood Casino. We normally didn't mix it in. Our feedback was they didn't want to go. Obviously, we're getting a lot more people at our senior center, so now people want to go to Hollywood. So we're throwing that in the ring. So we have MGM, Hollywood, and Motor City as our casino runs. And now that we have 2 bus drivers, things are going smooth over there. You know, they pick up for each other if someone goes down or needs a day off. And it's been great having both bus drivers back. And, you know, the new bus is obviously great. You go from a diesel 2015 to a 2025 gas bus, and it makes all the difference in the world. So it's a little bit bigger too. So now we can fit in an extra person for the event. It's not on here, but I do want to make mention that as we were discussing, we do have a budget workshop coming up for City Council. And that will be both this Thursday and next Thursday. And as you guys have heard me talk about, I am going to present. You know, I am asking for a bigger budget for both the Senior Activity Center and Recreation. I'm looking for part-time help. I'm looking to keep the Senior Activity Center open longer, full-time staff, one full-time staff over there, and to have the building open from 8 to 4:30. So senior center has really taken off in the last couple of years. I'd like to see it open till 4:30. I think that it's not only good for the community, but the numbers show that, the need and the want is there. So I'm hoping for that. I've asked for software as I have, so I don't know if everything will get passed, but just wanted to mention that that's going to be discussed, and that's what I put in the budget of what I'm asking for is part-time help and keeping the building open longer and the software. So I have a few things on there, and, I think that we can continue to build recreation and start bringing sports back if we can get the help and the software. All that kind of goes hand in hand, and we can kind of bring it back to where it was, before COVID. So I've heard a lot of good stories about Fraser and their Parks and Recreation Department and what you guys had. So I am trying to grow it slowly with what we have and then hopefully get some help. So I just wanted you guys to know that's going to be what's discussed in April. And obviously, hopefully in May, we get our other Recreation Commission members. So we have 6 out of our 7. So that is it for me. Does anyone have any questions?
I have some questions. Do you want to do your question?
Yeah, just a clarifying one. So part-time help would be for here, right? To
Yeah,
just help you do like recreation in general.
correct. I would have them, first thing I would have them do is probably sports.
Okay.
I have to bring programming back for sports. It's a little bit of a daunting task trying to do what I already do, plus do the sports. I feel like I won't have enough time to do both effectively, efficiently. So, and again, that's where software helps. It's more efficient and it's effective. And it's not just for sports. You use it for pavilion rentals, and you can stay at home and book a pavilion, or it also helps over at our senior center with the seniors coming in. So it's a multi-tool, multi-facet software that answers a lot of questions for us. And I think that's kind of the next step. I don't know how many cities don't have recreation software in their cities. So
Also help generate some funds.
absolutely, that turns it into, we can charge for events, and it doesn't have to be that we're asking $50 for a marshmallow drop. It could be $5, it could be $10, just, I guess you could say, to stop the bleeding.
It enables us to do more.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can have revenue incoming. That lets us
Absolutely.
do more for the citizens.
Yep.
I have a question. Could the software do waivers on there so that if you wanted to do ice skating or an event that you needed a waiver for?
Yeah, so that is one thing, huge thing too. Yeah, absolutely. So when you sign up for a class, there would be a waiver that they have to sign as well. So again, that's what I'm saying is it kind of fills in all those voids that we don't have, and we can I can start a class or try to do sports, but this is kind of like an all-in-one, and we bring someone in, we get the software, we're kind of rolling at that point. And I think that kind of is the start of something bigger.
So I had 3 things, but I'm going to do my third thing first. So I saw this. This is nice.
Yeah, yep, and
So you actually have some spring sports
yeah, it's
coming into Stephens.
it's not a league or anything like that,
Yeah,
but
it's something.
Skyhawks,
That's the start. It's good.
but Skyhawks does fill that void of they do basically, you're learning the sport and it's like a practice. So it's kind of like a feeder program, I guess, for
Right.
people who want to do leagues. It's a good start for people who are just kind of learning things.
Yeah. So that was good. I was glad to see that out there.
I did choose pickleball because we have the new pickleball courts. I thought maybe kids would get excited. It is, the hot thing right now for adults. Kids I'm seeing playing more often, so hopefully
Yeah. We just
they
5
get
to
in
7
there.
and then 8 to 10. Yeah, nice. That's nice.
So, yep, and that starts later in April, and that was posted. That'll be on the front page as well of the website. So,
Okay. My question was PACE. What does that stand for? You said PACE came in and they were helping with the seniors?
yes.
The Easter party.
Yeah, for the Easter party.
What does PACE stand for?
Let me
What
pull
is-
that up real fast because I don't want to mess up one of our sponsors.
All right. Well, while you're looking for that, so I was going to suggest, so you'll have 14 spots for your Tiger trip that sold out, right?
Yes.
You probably had a long waiting list? For
No,
some?
not a huge waiting list, but
So like for September, would you give consideration to the people who didn't get on
Yeah.
First trip,
I
or
would
is
think
it still
that,
first come, first serve?
no, I would think that we would want to get those people to be able to enjoy it and not just lose
That was
out
just
to
my
someone
thought.
who just went.
Yeah, if nobody was thinking that.
Yeah, I would like to get it so that they get a chance to come to a game
Right.
and not just have the same people
Right,
sign up
okay.
every time.
That was just my thought.
But yeah, I don't know how many people are on the wait list for that one, but I just finalized that today with the Detroit Tigers. I was able to purchase those tickets. I have the bus driver going tomorrow to pick up basically the 30 tickets and then the 2 parking passes for it.
Oh, there's 15 on a bus.
Yeah, there's 14 seniors and our bus driver.
So 30 tickets?
Oh, because you're
You're
getting
doing
your
two
September
events.
tickets at the
Oh,
same
it's-
time.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
getting them
gotcha.
all at the same time.
Alrighty, gotcha.
So it makes it easier that way. Again, I wasn't sure how many people we were going to get for that because it is more expensive. I think we're selling the tickets for $80 to $90, and it sold out. So it's a good thing, and I'm glad they were able to go. You know, they do kind of get that perk of being in a glass enclosure, air conditioned if it was hot. I guess if it's cold, they get out of the cold. So, and all you can eat. I'll take that. And, you know, before we did like a $15 voucher, and that only gets them so much. You know, everything's really expensive over there. So, yeah, I think you can probably get a hot dog probably for $15 there. So, as far as pace, I can't pull it up fast enough. I know it's Pace, Southeast Michigan, and
I was just wondering. It's okay. It's all right.
yeah, I'm sorry that I don't have that ready. I just don't want to say it
Right.
and then be wrong and embarrass one of our sponsors.
right.
But they were great. They've come to multiple events of ours, and like I said, that when they brought the saxophone player, I wasn't sure how that would go, and we had a lot of people dancing and singing along to the song of Sweet Caroline and stuff. So it was good.
ACE is Program of All-Inclusive Care for the Elderly.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That's what it
Just going to say that.
All right.
Right.
So that's all I have.
I was trying to pull it up as quickly, and I thought maybe it was that, but I found primary alternative kind of, and I was like, that's not it. That's not it. But
That's all I have. Thanks.
Do we have other questions before we move to reports?
Yes, when are the pickleball nets going up?
I would guess the same time that we're going to be opening the bathrooms. I talked to DPW today about when we're going to open the bathrooms for Steffens, and they have to obviously wait until we don't get freezing weather for the lows. So I told them that it's looking good for the end of this week, next week. So they're going to try next week or 2 weeks. So I'm guessing that's when they're going to put the nets up, is when we start getting the warmer temperatures.
Will that be for McKinley Park too?
Yeah, it'll be for all the parks. They try to tackle both. So I would guess in a week or two, you're going to see the nets. Again, they just try to put them out not too early. Obviously, you want to get players because they take, weather damage on the net. So
Thank you. With that, we can open the floor for citizen participation. Looking at our citizens.
Laura Lessig, 15201 Fairview. I'm glad you mentioned the restrooms because I would strongly encourage it to be open before the Trample the Trail because we'll have lots of people around. And I agree, I mean, the nets, that has nothing to do with the pipes in the ground. But, so I would think the Mets could go up anytime because it's going to be nice tomorrow. Maybe rain or snow on Friday, but it's starting to get better.
Snow every other day instead of every day.
we got some 70-degree weather coming up next week. So I'm guessing they're going to try to get it up either the beginning of next week. They said mid-April. So
Usually, I think it's April 15th, so. The DPW and their cleanup days, is that something the community can participate in as well? Or is
Yeah.
it,
I just found out about it today because I was curious if they were doing a park cleanup because I've been trying to schedule one. I talked to Joe from our DPW. It's going to be, they think April 24th, not 100% sure about that date, but end of April. they use the schools for it, but I'll have to ask if anyone, I think anyone can come and participate, but I know that they go through the schools and the schools help. They try to do it every year. I think Rob Barrett, when he started using the schools for it, and that'll be at McKinley Park.
Okay, perfect. You did mention that they will do some cleanup in Steffens before the trample. Do you know what day that might happen, or?
No, I just requested it that they come through and clean up the park, and they said absolutely that they'll come, and they have the trail that you guys mapped out and everything, so they're going to make sure that that is obviously number one priority, and then clean up the rest. So they're going to come in. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was, were they going to mark it in any way, or, because we were planning on marking.
Do you want me to ask if they can mark it?
We were just going to have
Those signs.
arrow signs or
If you don't want them to mark it, I'll tell them not to mark it, and if you want them to, I'm sure we can meet at the park and they can.
we can probably reach out to them.
Okay.
No, I didn't know I didn't want them to do something that they thought they had to do, and,
No, I don't believe that there's any inclination of them doing it.
okay, perfect. And also, should the commission, should things be starting to talk about the market days? I mean, your first market days next month. Is there a word out there? Is advertising happening? You got vendors hooked up and?
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up because that was part of my thing that I wanted to bring up today because I just finalized as well for our first market. Our first market date has changed. It's going to be the second Saturday, just like I've been trying, Saturday, May 9th. That'll be from 10 to 2. And that means that every date that we're doing between May and September will be on the second Saturday. And I can try to bring those up as quickly as I can, but I wanted to let you guys know that I have booked 2 bounce houses for the first one. So I have an obstacle course and another one that has like a slide in there. So tried to bring more people for it. And then, yes, there'll be advertisement for it shortly. So I kind of wanted to try to get some of these events done, but it's going to go up shortly. I was just talking to our communications person about it.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because that was on my, you know what, I'm going to bring that up today at the
I was going
meeting.
to ask you because you had said that then you had a kite thing that was going to flip-flop,
Yep, so the kite one will be the following Saturday,
which is May
16th.
is that right?
16th.
Oh, 16th, okay.
May 16th will be that. It'll be, I reached out to Windjammers. I haven't heard back from them to be a part of it. I've emailed them to see if it was going to be a part of it. I'd like to do a raffle like I did last year, do like the hot dog and beverages and chips like we did last year. Thought that was a nice little touch. But I'm also trying to get Windjammers to be a part of it. So I did, last year I did it a little bit later. This year I'm doing it a little bit earlier. I think it's 12 to 2 is what I settled on.
Oh, the time is 12 to 2?
Yeah, 12 to 2.
12 to 2.
I knew I was going to bring that up too.
That was for the kite?
Yeah, that's for the Let's Go Fly a Kite here at Steffens.
Okay, a couple things I just want to mention. The marshmallow drop was amazing. I couldn't believe all the people. I mean, they were everywhere. And I agree with the line for the pony ride or horse ride. Could they get more horses even to do more? Because we stood in that line for a long time and then we said, oh, well, forget it.
Yeah, I could, I mean, obviously, if they have one, I believe they do, I could pay for an extra one. What hurt us was the pony not being able to do it. They brought it out and it was bucking and they didn't want anyone to get hurt. So they weren't sure if it was her or sick or just was having a bad day. So he felt horrible about it. I said, don't worry about the small things. You can't control things like that. So we'll just figure it out next time. So.
And also next year, Easter is early again.
Yeah, I think it's on March 28th or
It's,
something.
so that might be in consideration for doing it. It could be snowing.
We might do it in the snow.
I think that would be amazing.
Drop the marshmallows in the snow.
Snow.
It'll be like hide and go seek and a marshmallow drop at the same time.
Right. And I also wanted to mention you had more face painters, which was amazing.
That was nice.
That was really nice. They were quick, and the kids just had a ball with it. Even the adults got some paint.
I went back and forth on getting the extra face. Last year we did 3, and this year I was like, I don't know if I want to do 4. I don't know if that's overkill, and I ended up pulling the trigger on that, for lack of better terms, and that seemed to really help. I felt like the line was a lot faster this year than it was last year, and yeah, definitely doing 4 again last year. But I know that the horseback ride was along. I kept apologizing to everyone in that line, and obviously, things happen. One of those type of things where I kind of took a deep breath and said, if this was my biggest issue today, I'll do it, because like I said earlier that day we had snow, so I was trying to put down the white chalk mark of where the kids were going to stand, and I was putting it in snow, so I had to redo it once the snow melted. So it was definitely a tale of 2 different times of that event. One in the morning where it was dark and windy, and the other one where it was sunny, because I felt like once the sun came out, it got a lot better. People felt better. I mean, it was still cold.
Yeah. And the petting area was really good too, because the kids got to go into the ring with the animals, and they just had a ball. They just loved it.
I got to pet a duck. Never petted a duck in my whole life. I never get to pet or play with the animals at any of my events. I've been doing this for 20 years. I got to go over there at the very end and pet some of the animals, and it was the highlight probably of my year right there. So, and of course, Justin, the one owner of the petting zoo or the farm, he specifically came over with a duck. I guess it escaped earlier that day and was running away from people. I was having a quest, anyway, but I got to pet him, and it was great. I never get to smile like that at an event. I love animals, so, but they did a great job. They're the ones that I use every single time. I always request them. I'm in contact with them. I email or I text them routinely. So I do want to drive out to their farm, but yeah, they did a great job. They had it nice broken up, and I think they had a bull, but it was tired when I got to go pet it. So a little sad about that.
And the other thing I want to mention is with Trample the Trail, as we mentioned, it's rain or shine. As I was at the park today, there is so much water and puddles and everything out there. It'd be so much fun to get all muddy during the trail. So just remember that.
We don't have to talk about it now, but DPW can come around like in the parking lot and try to soak up some of that water. They do that for me for my events, and I don't know what the weather is going to be like that, but if you want it.
Sounds like he's welcoming the mud.
No, and I just mean as far as the parking lot, because some people.
The mud's gonna be fun.
So I just wanted you to know that they do have that capability.
I thought he was going to do that too. Spray it down to make it muddy.
We can really
Muddier.
bring it up.
And if you want to do a slip and slide there, it looks like you might have one if it rains.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
Yep.
Thank you.
With that, we can move to commission member reports. We'll just start on my right.
No, I'm good. I'm good tonight.
Okay, I did think of one last thing to throw out there. You were saying, of course you need more volunteers for these events. But I liked that idea that you had where you had the line and you'll have volunteers hold it. If you just had,
For volunteers.
if you had that, they've got like that, like a lighter rope, like a nylon rope,
Yeah, and nylon, like,
all the way down,
Yellow
and
one.
then just had even a few adults every so often step up, and then, because I think what happened was you have people over here talking, and you were out there, you were trying to get them, you told them, don't go until the horn goes, right?
yep,
But I think if you could get enough volunteers to hold, because you're going to need a lot of rope people,
yeah.
and I bet you could just. I always say every year I'm gonna be there, but I never know what's gonna go on or where I'm going.
So I was talking to the helicopter pilot for the event, and he said what we could try doing is if we don't get a lot of volunteers next year, we could put how they line up on both sides of the field
Yeah.
and run towards them? We could put them all on one side, and that eliminates volunteers needed to hold.
Okay, yeah.
We could do it like that. It's just that's a lot of people on one side rushing, and obviously not everyone is crazy.
So it was really fun, because the first drop went off like with no problem, right? They all waited, and they went. So I was there to film the second drop, and as soon as he started dropping and they all ran off, he had to take off for safety. There I never got pelted by hundreds of marshmallows. It was actually pretty fun. So
Yeah,
anyway, but I see the safety issue now, because like he had to take off, and he was dropping marshmallows the whole way down instead of like in a clump.
so he figured out another way to do ours is if he goes a little bit lower and just a little bit faster, it makes it so that if they're running out on the field, he can get through it quicker. Obviously, that's not always ideal if the wind is high or something like that, but that was how he did it for the second and third, or maybe it was the third one. He went low and dropped him off and left. But yeah, I mean, that's the issue.
The
is
third
getting
one
pelted.
seemed to be like everybody they waited, I thought. Just that second one, they were crazy.
We did the best we could.
Fun. Yeah,
We did the best we could,
yeah.
and the best
But
that
it
they
was
could.
fun. It was fun.
So
So that's all I have.
We have spring bingo. Springo. Thank you very much.
Springo, absolutely. Thank you for that. So now I'm just going to write that down so I can
That was
steal that
fun.
idea.
I like it.
So thank you for that.
You're so welcome.
The only thing I have is that I did go to the senior center while I was off last week, and I put up a sign-up sheet and a list or a sheet to sign up of what kind of vegetables you want to see in the garden, and also a sign-up sheet. So if anybody's willing to come out and help take care of the garden or help plant the garden, as soon as I know what days they are, I'll get them out there because I could use some help planting the garden, because I was looking at the wall and measuring it. And it's like from the sprinkler to the end is like over 70 feet, and then the other way is like almost another 70 feet. So it's a lot of area, a lot more area than I thought there was until I started really looking at it. So I'm kind of looking at what I can plant like every 10 feet or something. So yeah, if anybody is senior members and they want to join, the sign-up sheets are at the senior center waiting for some names to get on it. There's a list of vegetables. And then also on May 29th, they're doing a craft day there. And I'm going to bring a craft for them to do. I bought paint sticks and I have Scrabble tiles, and they're going to take the Scrabble tiles and write whatever vegetable it is on there and paint the sticks and glue them on. And then I'll take them home and spray it so that they don't deteriorate during the year, and I'll put them out as markers. So that'll be a craft that they can do too. Allie was kind of excited. She said, yeah, they could do that because some will bring their own crafts and some won't. So I figured I'm getting that together right now. And I'll have somebody probably drop it off at the senior center for me.
Well, like I said, don't forget that Allie will probably be one of your biggest farmers.
I know. Allie's the one that I think filled up like the 8 slots of what she wants to see in the garden.
Probably.
So, yeah, because it was all the same rating, and I think that's Allie's rating. But
She was
that's
very
fine.
excited last year doing it, and she was in her own little world. So
Yes.
she'll be a great volunteer for you.
Yes, so it'd be great, like I said, if I can get some, because I know there was a lot of seniors interested, and I just put it up last Monday, and I was in there on Monday again, and like I said, there was a whole list of vegetables. I took a picture of that so I can make sure I can have tags for all of those vegetables, and that's about it. Getting excited. I want to get over there. Oh, I also took a sample of the I don't even know if you want to call it soil, because it's dust, over to the Michigan State to survey or to see what's in it, what needs to be added to the soil. So I'm waiting for that result to come back too, because both Linda Stonebreaker and myself took some samples over there, and she's like, that's the dirt. And I'm like, yeah. I said it grew things though last year, but it's just like dried. I don't even know what you,
Well, maybe
yes.
DPW could go buy some soil as part of a project over there.
Well, I already told DPW that they were kind of off the hook for paying for anything for that, because they asked me all kinds of questions before I could even do anything. So I said, with the grant, I think because it's not super deep, it'll be easy to amend. I'm just waiting for the results to come back, so I know what's going to go in there.
So you're getting soil samples, basically.
Yes, I took a soil sample. I took this big old bag of soil over to the Michigan State, I don't even know what it's called, the place over by the jail over there, and I had to fill out a form and put soil in there, and we mailed it off, and they'll send you results back that what your soil's lacking, and it'll be interesting.
Might be just lacking soil. Maybe it's not real soil.
Yeah, there's no soil there at all, but it did grow things, so I'm,
It
not
did. It
super
did
worried
real well
about it.
last year.
But maybe if I can add some extra stuff, we can get even some better product from there. And that's all I have.
Nothing for me. I just want to know about the pickleball nets, and that was my main
Yeah.
question. You answered
Uh,
that.
I'll talk to him tomorrow and see if we can get him put them up. We'll see if we can put them up at the end of the week. Maybe they can spare some time and just do that real fast.
All right.
That would be great.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:55.
Seconded.
Motion made to adjourn at 7:55 by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Hunter. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.